Hello everyone, welcome to the Kiki London YouTube channel. My name's Amanda. In today's video, we are going to do a Bloomin' Gel Christmas nail design. I can't believe that this is going to be the last video before Christmas. So I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas, but let's jump into today's video. So for our base color, we're going to be using RB19, which is a gorgeous rubber color base. Now, if you are not familiar with rubber color bases, they are base coat and color in one. So instead of a clear base, we have got a beautiful natural pink shade. Now there are lots of colors available, so if you haven't checked them out, I will leave the Kiki London website listed in the description box below, so head on over and take a look. Now I love these because they make designs or sets of nails quick and easy, because in two coats you have your base coat and color done. So we're going to come in and add our second layer of RB19. You get a bit more opacity from the color when you come in and apply this second coat, and then of course, because they are part of the rubber system, they are strengthening as well, so they are brilliant for anyone with weak, brittle, damaged nails, or anyone who is just needing a little bit of extra strength. Now for our nailer, we're going to be using a couple of colors. So starting off, we have the gorgeous green envy, and of course, because we're doing Bloomin' Gel nailer, you're going to need a Bloomin' Gel. So I'm going to come in with my Bloomin' Gel and add a thin coat of this to the entire nail, and then on this nail we're going to be doing a Christmas wreath. So I'm applying this to the entire nail and then leaving it wet. We're going to go in with our dotting tool and the green envy, and I'm going to dot down some dots in kind of like a circular shape, and then after we've dotted them down, you can see they're going to start blooming. So this is such a quick and easy nail design, but I felt like it looked really cute. Now Bloomin' Gel is great for marbles, but it's so fun for all these different little designs as well, and they are super easy to do, especially if, like myself, you are not great at hand painting. So I did give this a few seconds to bloom, and then once I was happy with how much it had bloomed, I popped it in to cure for 30 seconds. Now we can't have a wreath without some little berries, so I decided to use Chilli Pepper for my red today, and what I'm going to do is pop this down on my palette, and then using a smaller dotting tool, just dot on little trios of berries randomly on top of that wreath. And I really loved how cute and Christmassy this looked. I really wanted to make sure I did a traditional red and green Christmas design again, because I feel as though they are the best. So we're going to pop that into cure, and then I want to do some chrome stamping over the top of this. So to chrome stamp, you need a super matte base. So I'm going to go in and apply a thin coat of the No Wipe matte top coat, again to the entire nail. Cure this for 30 seconds, and then although this is quite matte, I want to make it super matte. So I'm going to take the Kiki London buffer and gently buff the entire nail. Just going over the entire surface once will be sufficient. And then when I've done this, I'm going to take the Kiki London dust brush and just dust away all of that dust that we've created from buffing. For my chrome, I'm going to use the stunning gold mirror chrome. Now if you are chrome stamping, you are going to need two stampers. So I'm going to take an older one and apply my chrome powder directly to this stamper, and then you're going to need another stamper to stamp with, along with some stamping polish. So I'm applying my stamping polish to my plate, scraping to fill that image, and then I'm going to pick up this cute little bow, remove all of the excess images. We don't want to stamp these down onto the nail. I'm going to stamp that little bow down just at the top of the wreath, and then very quickly go in and press on my chrome powder, and that will grab on to that tacky layer that's left where the stamping polish hasn't fully dried. We're then going to allow that to dry, and then go in and use that dust brush again to dust away all of that excess chrome. And how simple but pretty does this look? We will top coat all the nails together at the end. So onto the second nail, I've already got my base of RB19, and I'm going to add some classic white to my palette. We're then going to take our Bloomin' Gel and once again apply this to the entire nail. Now with Bloomin' Gel, you only need to go in with a thin layer. No matter what design I'm doing, I do like to apply it to the entire nail. I feel as though this way you get a much more even finish. On this one, we're going to kind of do like a marble going around the edge. And I did decide at this point I needed to add in some gold. So I went for Hey Honey Cat's Eye Gel Polish. We're not going to be using this for the cat eye properties today, but alone it's just such a stunning gold because it gives off kind of like a liquid gold effect. And then what I'm going to do is take in a large dotting tool. I'm going to dot on the Hey Honey, Green Envy, Chilli Pepper and Classic White, and I'm just going to keep in that same pattern of going gold, green, red, white until we have gone around the entire nail. Now, whilst I'm doing that, I did just want to take a moment to wish you all a very Merry Christmas from myself and everyone here at Kiki London. I can't believe how quickly December has gone and Christmas is already upon us, but I hope whatever you are doing, however you are celebrating it, I hope you all have a wonderful festive time. I have really loved doing all of the Christmas nail art, so I hope you all enjoy watching. Do keep an eye out on the Kiki London Instagram page for any Christmas offers or New Year offers that might be coming up. Speaking of New Year, I can't wait to jump into winter nails as we edge into 2026. So do let me know any suggestions you might have. I'm really feeling snowflakes for winter and maybe even getting out the watercolor paints and doing some designs like that. So let me know what you would like to see. Now that I've applied all of my dots, I'm going to take my stripe liner brush and just run through all of these colors and create this gorgeous kind of like marble swirl effect. I really loved how, again, simple this was to do, but it looks so Christmassy and magical. I didn't need to leave this to bloom, so I popped it straight into cure, and this was the finished result. Do not worry if your blooming gel designs look a little bit uneven. We can even this all out with our rubber top coat when we come to top coating. So again, onto our next nail, we've got our base of RB19. So I'm going to come in and apply my blooming gel. Now I opted for RB19 for my base as I wanted a nice soft natural nude so that we can keep these nails quite simple but have all of the attention on the nail art. Now on this nail, I wanted to do a marble, but I wanted it to look different to all of the regular marbles. I've done so many marbles over the year. I wanted to try something a little bit different. So I kind of wanted to swoosh these colors together in a bit of a zigzag motion, kind of like how Christmas tree lights look, you know, how they zigzag across the tree. So bear with me. I'm dotting down my colors, but when I'm dotting them down, I'm kind of bearing in mind that I'm gonna drag through these in that zigzag sweeping motion. So I'm placing these down. It kind of does it random, but I had that in my mind. Then I'm going to take my stripe liner brush and just zigzag through this, and I loved how it turned out. Of course, whilst we were placing down those colors, they were starting to bloom, and then you're just running through them. So it's not like your classic marble look, but I thought it looked really fun. If you was good at hand painting, which I am really not, I've got it on my to-do list for 2026 to perfect my hand painted, but you could even come over the top of this with like a black gel paint and draw on the outline of a string of lights, and I think that would look amazing. I decided to, I kind of thought of that after I'd finished this nail, but I wish I'd give that a go. But what I did decide to do was go in with some isolated chrome around the edge. So similar to the stamping with chrome, you need a super matte base. So we go in with our matte top coat to begin with, and then once we've cured the matte top coat, we're going to come in and buff the entire nail, just going over it once, just to take that. I feel as though it gives a super smooth finish as well as a matte finish, and it stops your chrome sticking in areas where you don't want it to stick, and which you're going to need that for both isolated chrome and chrome stamping. So I always use those same techniques. Then I'm going to take my white gel paint and just kind of frame the nail with this wonky zigzaggy line just going around the entire edge of the nail. I needed to load up my stripe liner brush a little bit more, so I'm just taking some of that white gel paint and popping it down on my palette so I can run my brush through it, because I don't want to take too much of the white gel paint onto the nail. I want to keep this fairly thin. I love combining the gel paints with the chrome powders. They are brilliant for isolated chrome. Before the gel paints, I used to use top coat, which kind of is harder to get the sharper crisp lines with. It's a lot easier to do that with the gel paints. But if you don't have gel paints, you can do this step with top coat as well, as long as it's a no wipe top coat. So once I had gone in and just drew this edging to the entire nail, I popped this in to cure for 60 seconds because the gel paints do require a 60-second cure, so they need a full cure. Then I'm going to take that same gold mirror chrome that we used with our stamping and just burnish this over the cured gel paint. Now I went in with loads. You really don't need to go in with this much on your silicone tool. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of excess, but it does show you guys that the excess won't stick to a matte surface. It's only going to stick to that cured gel paint. So once I've got all of my chrome applied, I'm going to take my dust brush and just dust away all of that excess. I did then want to make sure that this center part of the nail, it did have a few little shimmers just here and there, but they were really easy to clean up using a little bit of alcohol on one of my older nail art brushes. So I've just dipped this in some alcohol and I'm just cleaning up where we had applied a little too much chrome powder. And then when we top coat this, I love how beautiful it looks because the vibrancy of the colours in the marble come against that chrome detailing. I just loved it. So on to the next nail, I've got my base again of RB19 and we're then going to apply our blooming gel, and I kind of wanted to do this blooming candy cane design. So I've done this before but not with blooming gel, and it creates a slightly different effect, and I have to say I'm sure you've seen this design. So you dot on your red and your white gel polishes, and then you come in with your stripe liner brush and swirl around the edges to create a candy cane. So I had done this, I think it was either last Christmas or the Christmas before on the channel, but I didn't do it with the blooming gel underneath, and it creates a more sharper base. But I really wanted to try this with blooming gel, and I have to say I loved how it turns out because again it kind of gives that light effect, it kind of gives a bit of a glow. So we've dotted on our colours, and then I'm going to take my stripe liner brush, just let it bloom a little bit more down at the bottom, but I didn't want to leave it for too long because I didn't want it to over bloom that we lose the shape of the candy cane. But I'm then going to take my stripe liner brush and just go around the entire edge of the candy cane and then rejoin that at the top, and I really thought this looked super cute. So I then popped that in to cure for 30 seconds, and then this was how it looked. Now that's our 4 Christmas blooming gel nail designs done. Don't forget to let me know in the comments below which one was your favorite. I was really torn between this one and the last one. I loved them both. I think they just really highlight how much fun and how magical blooming gel is. Now to top coat, I'm using the rubber top coat. I do find sometimes when you're doing blooming gel nail designs, they can be a little bit uneven, especially if you're doing kind of like a full marble. So the more color there is on the nail, sometimes it can be a little bit uneven, and the rubber top coat evens that out. It's a slightly thicker consistency, so it's perfect for encapsulating, especially on nails like this one as well, where we've got the gel paint over the top for the isolated chrome. That kind of gives off a bit of an embossed effect, and if you don't really want that, then the rubber top coat smooths that out, so it's great for encapsulating. And then again, because we've got the rubber base underneath, working in conjunction with that rubber top coat is brilliant for anyone that's really wanting to strengthen their nails. So this was the finished set. They have all of the Christmas vibes that I would want, so I really hope you all enjoyed watching. In case I don't speak to you all before Christmas, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and a very happy new year. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do consider hitting that subscription button, and I shall see you all again in the next video, which I believe will be up on Boxing Day, so I will speak to you over the Christmas period. Lots of love, take care, bye bye.